And I'm putting it ain't chitty chatty. Real pretty titties that come with a body. Never need a sugar daddy. Middle of the ball, you can call me Patty. What's up, fam? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, what's up? My name is Natalie, and this is my channel, Music to Makeup.
Intuition is telling me there'll be better days. Yeah. My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. Like this tone. Yeah. My intuition is telling me.
So today's video is going to be a video that I have never done before, and I don't know why, because girl, I got a lot of stories, a lot of crazy stories, but I wasn't sure if I was going to film this video because I was really embarrassed over the whole situation, which you'll understand why as I get into it more. But I actually have like two stories that I'm gonna talk about. One is related to like a scam, and the other is, they're completely like unrelated topics, but the other is I basically got a message from my dad through my aunt, who is like a medium, I guess. But if you are interested in hearing those stories, and if you do like these types of videos, I would love to know, because I got a lot of stories, trust me. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see more story time videos. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you do like it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's get into it. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk about is alright, so this was fairly recently. On September 2nd, I got an email from Brian Burns, director of Annie. I have it here, and then I'll put a picture of it up there too, in case you just want to read and you don't want to hear me babble on. But hi, my name is Brian Burns, director from Annie Leibovitz Photography. We came across your works on Instagram, and I'm glad to inform you that we are interested in working with you as our makeup artist in an upcoming shoot for models for a sales commercial coming up, which includes a video advert and co-operate photo shoot in conjunction with PUMA. We are interested in both male and female professional makeup artists who will be available, are required to mail back with a brief introduction into recent works. Be sure to include location in order to be considered for immediate booking. Feel free to mail back for any additional questions. So then it says, male and female makeup job for PUMA commercial shoot. The event dates are, event date 1 is 14th and 15th, and it says 3 models in parentheses, so you'd be doing makeup on 3 models for each day. And then event 2, September 21st, 3 models, and September 22nd, 3 models. Time 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., number of models 12. Warmest regards, Annie Leibovitz Photography, CEO. And like, I've heard of Annie Leibovitz Photography before, like that's a huge name. So when I first got this, I was like, there's no way this can be real, you know, like why are they contacting me? But I mean, the email matched everything, and you know, I was like, okay, it can't hurt in me sending them some pictures of my work. Okay, so I sent them an email back with some looks and a little bit about myself. And I, you know, like I've like been a PUMA fan. Like I remember like in 6th grade, those PUMA, the white ones with the black stripe, those shoes were the ish. Like I had to have those. And then once after I sent him the looks, then he emails me back. Okay, hello, thanks for reaching out in regards to the upcoming shoot notice. It would be an honor to work with you. And then it goes in to talk about Annie Leibovitz Photography. We are one of the leaders in professional photography, specializing in portraiture and commercial photography. We have both the knowledge and expertise to create and capture the perfect image of you. And here we are again calling for an upcoming commercial to market collective sales catalog for the years of bags, shoes, and purses for a reputable Russian-based client, PUMA, who believes in fashionable lifestyle. And then it goes on to talk about PUMA, what the brand embodies. PUMA Group embodies the concept of modern, upmarket shopping, a sports brand designing, developing, selling, and marketing footwear for over 60 years, blah, 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 blah. So then it says, okay, the total money paid for the job is $5,000, and you will get $500 as your advanced upfront booking fee, and a balance of $4,500 will be paid immediately after the completion of the makeup for the models at the shoot. And then the shoot will be held at a rented studio in your location. We shall arrange a suitable studio and convey details to you. We will be responsible for your transportation and welfare. In addition, an advance deposit pay of $500 shall be mailed to you to ensure your engagement on the upcoming cast with us in line with our business ethics. However, you will not only receive a paycheck of $500, but an extra amount that you will use to pay for the special brand makeup kit from Chanel and Yves Saint Laurent that will be used for the models at your shoot, which you will be forwarding to the contracted store manager so he can ship out the makeup kits to you before the date of the shoot. Reason being that the payment for the makeup kits has to be made or billed to your name as requested and acceptable business terms by the representative sponsorship to the store manager to ensure a tailored customization and label to be printed on your makeup equipment and cosmetics. So right now I basically just came in my pants. I'm like, you're telling me that you're gonna pay me to do makeup on people and give me money to buy Chanel and Yves Saint Laurent makeup? Is that what you're really telling me right now? Because I was like, no, I was like, something has to be wrong about this. I'm like, this is like my dream come true. Like, there's no way I can be, my dreams could be fulfilled right now. Like, I was like, there has to be something, but I just kept reading it over and over. I'm like, I don't have to put any money up front. Like, there's nothing, there's no risk on my end. And like, I honestly didn't care about the money. I was just so excited to do that. Like, I even bought this little jacket and for it. And like, I showed it to my friends and they were like, yeah, it looks legit. And you know, I did my research because I'm not gonna be a naive, you know, dumbass white girl who falls for shit like this. You know, I like Googled this guy's name, and you know, it did show up as the director of Annie Leibovitz, and you know, like, everything seemed okay. And then it says, okay, makeup artists may attend the shoot with their choice, friends, manager, spouse, guardian, maximum of 2, and should not arrive later than 9:30 to commence and resume for duty and attend a brief introductory section about the proposed project, and shoot starts by 11:15. Girl, I had all my friends like booked up on each day. Like, I was so excited. And you are welcome aboard to Annie Leibovitz Photography. We got your personal information as required by the company, and it will be profiled and updated. The agreement form is attached to this email. Your part payment check will come first from our co-sponsor so as to prompt makeup artists to put in hard work and commitment to this project, and this will be delivered via a courier service to your provided home or office address. So be aware as we keep you updated daily, and make sure you cross-check the address you provided us from your last email and confirm it is correct. As soon as you receive the check, you are required to deduct $500 endorsed for your advance pay. The rest of the funds are meant for sending all are meant for makeup kits and shipment charges, which you will be forwarding to the store manager. So I downloaded the contract. Like, there was a contract, like, and like, look at that. It even has like PUMA on the paper. And it was just basically everything that, you know, had been talked about in the emails. So I signed it and uploaded it, and then I got a text from Brian Burns, and he said, okay, I sent out the payment, the check, let me know when you get it. So the next day I get this FedEx Express envelope, and like, looking back, I see, like, I should have noticed some inconsistencies, but I was like just so excited. I was like, because I've just like been really discouraged lately. I'm like, I feel like I've been putting so much time and energy and money into my channel, and like, I don't know if I'm just wasting my time, because, you know, like, I just thought that, I don't know. I know it takes time, but I was like, you know, finally, like, I feel like it hasn't all been for nothing, that I've been working towards something. And, but anyway, so I get it, and first thing I thought was weird was it said the name, or the sender's name is Patrick Harris from somewhere in LA, Louisiana. So I'm like, okay, like, that's a sponsor? Like, I didn't hear anything about Louisiana. So here is the check. It's for $2,760. So, like, it has, you know, like, that thing on the back and everything. And so then the next day he was like, okay, did you get the check? And I was like, yeah, I got it. Like, he had been texting me all day, and I was sleeping because I had to work the night before. And he's like, okay, well, when are you going to deposit it? And I'm like, probably tomorrow, like, maybe if I get some time tonight. He's like, yeah, do it tonight. I'm like, okay. So this was at like 5, like, I was literally just waking up. And at 8, he's like, surely you have deposited it by now. And I was like, surely I have not. So I left and I went to the ATM, and I deposited it, and it returned it to me. It said unknown amount. So I texted him that, and I was like, maybe it was just this ATM. So I go to another ATM and try to deposit it, and same thing happens. I'm like, no, like, something's not right here. So I go home and I, you know, Google like how to tell a fraudulent check. And, you know, like, one of the ways was to search the routing number and see if what the routing number is a match to the bank that's listed on the check. So I put in the routing number on here, and it came up as not existing. So then I knew it was, you know, a fake check. And like, doing some more research, basically the scam was that I would deposit this into my account, then give it to the store manager for the makeup, and then once they found out that it was a fake check, all the money would come out of my account to cover it. So, and I could have faced, you know, like, charges for depositing a fraudulent check. It's like, I cannot believe the extent to which people will go to ruin other people's lives and dreams just for their own personal gain. Like, you could put that, like, all this is so detailed. Like, you could have put all that time and energy, like, you know, trying to start your own business or do something like productive and contributing to society, instead of trying to have such a limited and ignorant mindset that you have to deceive people into getting something for yourself. Something that, you know, those people have worked so hard for. Sorry. So the next day, he texted me and said, has it been deposited? I said, no, it has not been deposited, and it will not be deposited because it's a fake check and it has been handed over to the authorities. So fuck off. On a brighter note. Okay, so my biological father died when I was 2 years old. He was 21. He was a lifeguard in the summer, and like, you know, the tall chairs they sit on? Well, so, you know, he was sitting in it watching the pool. I guess he had to jump in to try and help someone, and the chair was broken, which he didn't know, so it kind of buckled in half, and he ended up like landing right into the concrete and becoming brain dead, and had to be on ventilator, on life support. But you know, he was just like brain dead. So my grandma, you know, took him off life support and he passed. And July 9th, she posted, that's the anniversary of his death, she posted, my precious Mark, 31 years since you went to heaven. Time does not heal. I miss you more than ever and ache to feel your hugs and hear your laughter. You made me laugh so much. You had such a zest for life. How blessed our family was to have you for the time we did. Just looking at photos of you makes me smile even more. So are the vivid memories of you, always trying to make others happy. I've been thinking a lot about, you know, I've been doing a lot of personal growth and self-discovery, and just seeing how much of an influence on the way I am now, because I, you know, didn't have a father growing up, how much that affected me. And I've just been thinking a lot about how different my life would have been if he would have been in my life. And when she posted this, you know, I just got really emotional, and I commented, I said, I know he is watching over us always. I hope I am making him proud. Love you, Grandma Rose and Herb. Okay, so my grandma actually called me before she, well, I don't know what she did first, but she called me and we talked about it, and she sent me a letter. So I'm just gonna read the letter because she does a very good job of explaining it. She's actually written a book, so I told her, you know, like, seeing her do it made me like believe in myself more. Like, she's my grandmother, she can do it, like I know I can do it too. Like, we have a lot in common. So, okay. Dear Natalie, this may be the most interesting and uplifting letter you'll ever receive. Let me preface what I'm about to say by explaining something about your Aunt Rochelle, your dad's sister. She has a gift that not everyone has. She is able to communicate with those who have passed on from this earth. I never believed in mediums, and as a devout Catholic, thought it was wrong to seek them out. However, though I have never sought them, they have come to me regarding Jillian and sometimes Mark. A priest explained to me that there are people with special gifts. The saints had these gifts, and they were just ordinary people. However, if you believe in God, you have to also believe in the devil, and he can make himself seem appealing. Therefore, keeping Jesus at the center of things and casting out anything evil in his name affords us protection. True. On that note, everything Rochelle has told me has been accurate. People she doesn't know have also told me that everything she told them about their loved ones has come to fruition. Today she gave me some messages from your dad, my precious son, to you and me. These were not dreams but actual visits. Some will make sense only to you. She can't explain some of them, so she asks only that if something is meaningful to you, that you give her confirmation. You can let me know. She believes you see angel wings everywhere. It could be a sticker on a car, on jewelry, a feather. So we talked about this more, my grandmother and I, and there's two things I think it could be. So the book that I included in my favorites about spirit guides, and there's a part in there that talks about angels and all the different types and archangels as well, and how you can call on certain archangels to help you with certain things. And I told her that, so she's like, that could be it. And then also I had someone send me a video. It was like 31 signs you're an earth angel, and after I watched that video I was like, oh my god, I was so convinced I'm an earth angel. So alright, the next one is Mark is laughing about screaming yellow zonkers, and like they started googling that and they found popcorn, and then Mark, my dad, yelled, no, it's a car. And then when we talked, my grandmother and I, she was like, what was your first car? And my first car was a bright yellow Mustang, and she told me that my dad's first car was a Mustang and he wanted a bright yellow one. He told her that and she was like, no, that's ridiculous. And he ended up not being able to get the yellow one, so he got a red one. But I just thought it was so crazy that I had gotten the exact car he wanted without ever knowing what car he had or had wanted. So, alright, then next, let's see. Your dad is so proud of you, Natalie. Rochelle said Mark showed her that he walks with you in the hospital, and when you are ministering to patients, his hands are covering yours as he stands behind you. He was 6'2". Mark thinks you and I, Natalie, have a lot in common, especially the way you talk to patients who may not be conscious. When I worked with medically involved children, I did the same. He loves what you do and has so much respect for you because he remembers being treated with respect by the nurses when he was unconscious after his diving accident. Your dad told Rochelle that you have a lot of pain and suggested Lamaze would help. I don't think what I think is meditation, because I have been in so much pain, and just hearing that, it's like, no, there's no way she could have known that. She doesn't know about my back injury or everything, and it's like, it's so hard. And but I've been trying to meditate to try and just keep my mind off of it, and that has really helped a lot. So I think that that's what Lamaze was referring to, like deep breathing meditation. He wants to come to you in a dream or otherwise, but you need quiet time in order to hear him. No phones or TV. He tells me the same thing. I have too much clutter and noise in my brain. He's right. Anyway, maybe as you're on the verge of sleep, the quiet peacefulness will come. He says you pray, although you may not think of it as praying, when you walk into a patient's room and say or think, we're gonna have a good day today. And that's so crazy too, because like whenever I would be in charge or like anytime at work, I'm like, all right guys, we're gonna have a good night tonight. Like I would always do that. And he says he also thinks that subconsciously you may you may have made the choice to go into critical care as a way to deal without him. I think I went into nursing as a way to deal without him, because by not having him, I didn't have that father figure, that positive male role model, and so my emotional needs weren't met because of that. And a lot of people, you know, who, from like unhealthy emotional childhood, go into healthcare, into the helping professions. So I think maybe that's what that was referring to. And then he said, I don't know if any of this helps you understand your dad, but it's obvious he wants a relationship with you, loves you, and he is so proud of you. You will meet him someday. And I've always believed in mediums and, you know, being able to connect with people who have passed away. I just believe they're, you know, in a different existence, but we're still able to communicate. But I'm still working on getting to like a spiritual level where I will be able to connect with him. You know, it takes a lot of quieting of the mind, and I have the same problem as my grandmother with just constantly thinking and stressing and worrying. And this just made me so happy to know that he is here and with me. I just wish he would have been able to have been in my life, and I know he probably wishes he was able to have been in my life, but unfortunately his life was ended abruptly way too soon. But yeah, so like this is my first personal experience with anything like that, and I just wanted to share it. Alright guys, so let me know if you like these types of videos by giving it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.